just do that, but I can play it again. I can see, oh, it should be there, so I can put thing there and then just move it. And you just do that. It's very useful. Other editing tips, as far as just using stuff. I don't know if you know this, but if you're wanting to speed up a clip, you can actually control drag. So let me see. What is this? Is this me dying or someone dying? Let me play this real quick to see what it is. A long deagle shot. So yeah, if I wanted to slow that down, I can control and then make it bigger, and it'll make this video section take longer, which obviously will slow it down. So now I did that, and so now it'll be like this. And what's nice about this is it also slows the audio down with it. I used to, before I realized you could do this, I used to right click the properties and change the playback rate, but when you do that it doesn't change the audio, so this keeps the audio consistent. And then you can always go through and lower the audio if you don't want it to be that annoying, like you heard there with that clip. And then same thing to speed it up, you just take the same amount of video and crunch it into a smaller space, and then it'll be real fast. And I thought that's a very useful tip. Those are really the only two tricks that I use. I use the marks a lot, and then I use that to fill space. Here, let me go ahead and see if I can start adding this. What was I doing before? Oh yeah, it was the video to get it to fit into the screen without these big black bars in the top. Usually when I record with Total Media Extreme, usually you can just slide it over like 1 or 2 pixels, and that's all you needed to do. But now it seems to have these big black bars. So, oh, there's why. See, this is 1920 by 1080. That's why it should be 720 by 480, if I'm not mistaken. So that's something wrong with my Vegas. So that's something wrong in here, I think. There's all these different settings for Vegas, and you have to make sure they're all. So that's what I was just at, was properties, and that says 720 by 480. But this frame right here, maybe it's in here. So it's 720 by 480. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but yeah, as you can see, I haven't used Vegas in a while, and I kind of go and relearn it every time I go back to make another montage. I kind of go back and relearn Vegas. And this is going to scrunch it down again, so lock aspect ratio. Yeah, so this isn't looking right, because see, what messed it up, I already said this, but what messed it up is when I started making other videos for StarCraft, and the resolution's a lot larger for those. And I changed some setting that I don't remember what I changed. So it looks like I'm gonna have to have the black bars, so I'm just gonna ignore that right now. That's not a big deal. That's a setting that you can go and find out how to change yourself. Look up a YouTube video of someone who has the same capture card as you, and they might have their Vegas settings, and they'll probably have that included. This isn't a video really about settings; it's more about the editing. So we'll worry about that at another time. So let me once again play the music. Okay, so I want to do something. You want to do something at every beat in the music. You don't want it to get annoying where you're doing the same thing over and over again, which I have in the past. But you want to have it go well with the music, and that's really what you have to do. Is you have to have something at every beat. My Vegas is slow. See, I built a new computer. My graphics card is the same one I had in my other computer, so that's definitely the worst part of my computer right now, and that's not good for streaming or editing videos, so bear with me while the frame lags. Is it just this one part? No, it's everything. Yeah, and this is another thing you can do if you have a crappy computer. You just go to draft and make the preview smaller and smaller, especially if you don't really need to see it. And it'll speed up the rate at which the frames load. Seem to have a lot of problems here. So okay, so I'm not worried about this spot. Like I want my clip to fade in at this point right here, and then I want everything else to happen right here. So I want to line up this with where the shots are with this one first. So if I want my triple kill to happen right here, let me play it. And it's very frustrating having a crappy computer while editing, because you have to go back through play, stop, play, and it's, you know, when it takes this long to do one little iteration of that, it's annoying. And since this song's more for a trailer, I'm gonna wanna make it where there's no audio on my clips, or at least really limited audio. So they turn it down a lot. I may even slow it down just to make it, just go more with the trailer theme, and make it, I don't know, have some effects in it so that you don't really see what's going on to the fullest, because really a trailer's not about seeing awesome clips and stuff. It's more about seeing, oh, you should watch this montage because it's going to have awesome clips. So let me slow it down a little bit. And of course every little action takes 5 minutes. Alright, and basically you just play until it looks good. And that's usually what I do. I just mess around with settings, I mess around with effects, and my main usage of effects is not in the video effects, actually, it's in transitions. I like to transition something with itself to make an effect. So another key you want to know is the S key. I'm going to go ahead and type that on the chat. S key, and you just see the chat to see what's been said, not much. But the S key, and I'm running it here, it'll split whatever you have selected. So if I want to split this this audio and video, these two are linked together. So if you want to split this clip right there, now it's 2 pieces. And this is very useful for the way I do effects, which is transitions. Let me see, I know that we oh, never mess with that. Let me check that out actually. So you can lock to stretch with the audio to make it not have so much like echoey when you slow it down. Let me mess with that. And what he's talking about is, here, let me slow this down a lot and you'll hear it. Oh wait, I didn't actually slow it down, I just made it bigger. I forgot to take control. Okay. I hear it. Let me turn it up. You can hear that echo very distinctly. So if you right click and, is it properties, lock to stretch? I see it, there it is. Now let's hear it. Yeah, that sounds a lot better actually. So that's a very useful tip, thank you. You can thank Chozo Lord for that. So yeah, if you're wanting to slow down clips, I guess it'll work for speeding up clips, won't it? Or no, it says lock to stretch, so it probably just works for slow down. There's not really much echo when you speed it up, you just sound like a chipmunk. But yeah, so if you're wanting to use your audio with a slowed down clip, that's very useful. Thank you. I've never actually had a use for that yet. I can't remember. I usually just, when I slow down a clip, I usually just turn the audio down, because usually it's a point where this song's so involved, that's why you're wanting to slow it down. So, oh, who's this? Echo? It says Echo, it's Echo, and he says hi. We're editing, I don't know if you saw my YouTube video, but I'm showing how I edit and the process I go through, and basically how I add effects and everything in Sony Vegas. I actually edited one of Echo's montages for Halo 3. If that is the Echo I'm thinking of, I don't know. Echo's not really a uncommon name. Okay, so let me proceed forward with this. So I want to add an effect right here, right when a song goes up. So if I want to do that, usually I would have this to be a different clip, so I'm going to go ahead and put a different clip in here. So let's just pretend I'm going to be using this FAMAS 2 clip before it. What is this clip anyway? So that's actually too good of a clip. That's as I get like 4 or 5 kills in a doorway, so I'm gonna use that for later. Actually, let me get a less exciting clip. This is like a long streak, so this would kind of work with the video as well. So if I have, and this is also what I do. You notice I'm not editing from the beginning forward. That may be just what you want to do. Usually, if you're gonna start, I usually start with an intro and then I start with an outro, and then I add my clips in random spots where I think they'll fit. I usually don't start editing from the front of the montage to the end of the montage, because that's usually not how the clips go together. So let me find the spot where I want to end this clip. So there's where I die. So I don't want to show me dying. That's embarrassing. So let me scoot that back. So again, I'm gonna turn the audio down because this is, you know, it's a slow-paced music at the beginning, and I want it to focus on the clip. What's going on, not really what's happening in it. It's kind of a weird thing to say. You want to focus on what's going on in the clip, but not what's happening. But I mean, you don't want to get the details of what's happening. You just want to see, oh, he's killing someone. I don't need to know that what gun he's using. You know what it sounds like. So I don't know. I'm not worried about this clip right now. I'm just worried about this effect. So I would spend more time on that, but right now I'm just going to worry about this effect. And like I said, I usually use transitions. So if I want to have it, like jump forward. I want to have the new clip like jump in. So I'm going to go to transitions and find something that looks like it will jump in. Like this one, I like to use this one a lot. It's cross zoom. We'll see how it looks. And that's like really all there is to it. I mean, there's nothing special about this. There's no flashy colors or fancy effects, but it works because it goes with the music, and that's really all that matters until you get up to, you know, to editing for a job or something. But just doing this for fun. I mean, it makes it look so much better with very little work if you just make it go with the music. And again, I would normally go through and edit every single one of these and add some sort of effect into it. Other transitions I like to use, I'm sure you could probably recognize them. These are all the stock ones for Vegas. I'm trying to remember. I never really use these page peels or page rolls or any of those. Linear lights. I like to use this. I like to use one of these. Let me see. If there are two, yeah, this one. You've probably seen this one a lot. If there's like two big beats right at around the same time, like say this song had 2 beats, like, okay, let's pretend there's another song right here. And you've probably seen this in my montages before as well. So if let's say there's 2 beats, I'll go ahead and mark where I'm imagining the beats to be. So there's a beat here and a beat right there. So what I would normally do, or this is one effect that I like to use, is I like to split them both there, like I usually do. In this instance, I usually split the same clip. I don't add another clip in there. And all I'm doing here is just making a black bar go across, and you can do that in many different ways. This way is very simple with this effect. To make it go down, make it have a black border. You can adjust the size of the border as well. Can you? That's pretty large. Maybe this isn't the exact one I'm thinking of. Again, this is what I do. I relearn Vegas every time I go back and edit it. So maybe if I was more professional, I would have done this before I started streaming. But I was hoping for a lot more questions. Okay, that one, that's a page roll. Yeah, this is it. Push. That's the one I'm looking for. Alright, let me go ahead and delete the other one though.